Well, there it is, Radio City Music Hall. I'm Alan Roach. A lot of famous people have been inside this particular building and on this stage over the years. Frank Sinatra, Liberace, Michael Jackson. Well, nonetheless, going to be one a lot less famous on stage tomorrow. Come on. New York City's a pretty cool place. I'm going to show you behind the scenes at the NFL Draft at Radio City Music Hall. First, before we go in, some of the things you can buy here at the Radio City store. They tend to have a lot of Giants and Jets things around. The NFL Draft. I guess this is Radio City Music Hall store and NFL Draft store and, I don't know, New York Ranger memorabilia store. And before we go in, perhaps you'd like some designer sunglasses. Or an Italian tie. Not sure what makes them designer glasses. You know what? Probably not sure what makes them Italian ties either. This would be the side door of Radio City Music Hall. And here we are. Ah, the Grand Atrium. That's pretty cool. Tomorrow there'll be lots of people here. Today, not so much. This year the NFL is celebrating the 50th anniversary of the AFL. So a little bit on each of the tables where they do their phone calls and drafting from, you'll see all of these AFL helmets along with the teams. Do you recognize that one? You should. That is the Denver Broncos AFL uniform right there. Number 1. Man, I didn't know Jason Elam played that long. Probably know that one. Pretty grand and historic place, huh? Let's go in. Ooh, the bright lights of New York City. Well, here it is. Some 24 hours before the draft. This is Radio City Music Hall. Go down and check out the stage. Up here on the sides are some TV booths, or, you know, like where ESPN and NFL Network are going to be. That would be one right there. ESPN's desk.
Max, we'll see you there at 7. Good seeing you, man.
And there's the stage. And now I'll show you the Denver Broncos table. Oh, got to stop first and check out that table. Here it is. This is where, well, someone from the Broncos will be sitting tomorrow. There's the AFL helmet that we saw outside in the lobby. There's the phones with the connection directly to the Denver Broncos war room. And check this out. These are specially designed M&Ms. Not sure if you can see the logos on the M&Ms. They have a Denver Bronco logo on them, and they have the word Broncos on them. Specially ordered M&Ms by the NFL. No expense spared here in New York City. This is what it looks like just in front of the stage. That, of course, is where the commissioner will be announcing the draft picks tomorrow. right here. I think they call this the pit. It's where I'll be sitting part of the time. Otherwise, I'll be up there too. I'll show you what it looks like from up on the stage. Right there is your podium. So this is what it will look like tomorrow when I'm up here trying to sound intelligent. I think you know how painful that can be. Don't pay any attention to the lights. This place will be filled up tomorrow. I'm told it's sold out. How about some behind the scenes workings? Take you around and show you that right now. Although blue, this is called the green room. This is where, well, for instance, Eugene Monroe, Brian Cushing, and some of the other college hopefuls that should be drafted in the first round tomorrow will be sitting along with their families and guests. This is just off the side of the stage. And here's the inner workings.
You know just how hard we work. You haven't stopped, right? Yeah.
This is the brains of the operation. I'm not sure what was so funny.
I was laughing at something else.
This is where guys are busy making videos. Even though they've had 364 days to make videos, here we are 12 hours before and we're making videos.
What's the matter, Paul?
That's how they do it in the big time. No backstage tour would be complete without, well, the backstage. This is where they, I don't know, push stuff, I guess, that they don't need anymore. It's amazing walking back here thinking of all the acts that have been here at Radio City Music Hall. Big place. You see all the way down there at the other end. This is all backstage. And that's the other side of the stage way down there.
You want the interview proof. That's all you want to hear. You're not going to hear the regular program.
One more look at what it's going to look like tomorrow, except full of people, and even a few Denver Broncos fans. Hey, there's Rich Eisen from the NFL Network. Not that I like to drop names, but I talked to him earlier.
You can get off camera. I'll help Eric.
That's where somebody important will be sitting tomorrow. And right here is where the first pick will come from tomorrow at 4 o'clock. The Detroit Lions. Following them, the St. Louis Rams. The Broncos all the way over there at number 12. Well, that's it for my Radio City Music Hall tour. Hope you enjoyed. Watch the draft tomorrow and be sure to listen to 850 KOA for all your Denver Bronco draft coverage. Starts at 1 o'clock Saturday. I'm Alan Roach, live in New York City at Radio City Music Hall.